G'day guys, thanks for visiting Richard's Corner. My name is Richard and today I've got another haul with movies found from my friends over at Value Village and the Salvation Army Thrift Store here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Now if it's your first time visiting Richard's Corner, the idea of my channel is thrifty collecting. So I try to show you how you can get your favorite toys, books, movies, and video games by trying to shop and save the thrifty way. So Value Village and Salvation Army are some of the many places I go to find all of my favorite items, and I hope you guys enjoyed this haul today. Now I'm very much so doing, I love doing toys, but one thing that really makes me happy is finding movies. Now when I look for movies at thrift stores, I always remind all of my viewers, you have to make sure that they're actually in there, and if they're not in there, that they're actually behind the counter to avoid theft. So always double check your movies when you're at a thrift store and you're trying to find some thrifty movies. However, all of these movies did come with their respective discs, and you're going to see why this is such a good deal. I got all of these individual packages for $2.99. Now, for a single disc, that sounds okay, that sounds all right. But some of these actually have more than one movie in them. So it's really exciting because, wow, I got 10 movies on one disc for $2.99, which works out to be about 30 cents a movie. So yes, this is just the kind of thriftiness that I love to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's haul. It's a little bit different, and I hope that some of this speaks to you and gives you an idea of how much you're going to save if you sort of get lucky and find some really cool thrifty items. I'm going to start off with Quentin Tarantino's Hero. Jet Li is one of my favorite martial artists. He ranks right up there with Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Donnie Yen, who is one of the more recent martial arts stars that I follow. And Hero is a very cinematic experience. Not only is it full of all kinds of amazing choreography, but cinematography, just the use of color and storytelling. It's beautiful to watch. It's very fantastical. It's not like traditional Cantonese kung fu kind of stuff. It's very elegant and a lot of wire work. So there's a lot of flying around and stuff like that. Really fun to watch. I would recommend it. So I've got Hero, $2.99 for that. Wild Boys. This is not for the... Well, I shouldn't say not for the faint of heart, but it's not for the person that is a sensible person. If you like Jackass, then you'll love Wild Boys because it stars Steve-O and Chris Pontius. Those two guys were on Jackass for the longest time, and Jeff Tremaine, who directed the Jackass series, broke off with Steve-O and Chris to film Wild Boys, and basically they went to exotic locations to do the kind of stunty kind of things that they did on Jackass, but just on a different level. Johnny Knoxville, who stars in Jackass as well, appeared in Wild Boys many times, and this is the first time that I've ever found Wild Boys in a thrift store. So this is really exciting because every time I look for Wild Boys online, it's going to cost me $20 or $30 with shipping, and I got this for $2.99. This is a complete first season. It came with the 2 discs, as I mentioned before. Really awesome find. For a Jackass fan like me, Wild Boys is an awesome find for $2.99. The Pit Into Pendulum, as well as 10 horror movies. Now I can't read it all in the lighting that I have, but I have 10 separate movies here that are all horror based, and I love supernatural kind of thriller things. Now these are not A movies, okay? They're more like B and C movies, straight to DVD kind of things, straight to TV kind of movies. But you know what? For $2.99 at 30 cents a movie, that isn't bad at all. I'm not going to complain. So the Pit Into Pendulum, just the cover alone is kind of creepy. Some of the synopsises that I read on the back are kind of interesting. So for $2.99, you really can't go wrong to have 10 more horror movies for me to try to take in. Jerry Seinfeld, comedian. I love Jerry Seinfeld. I followed his sitcom every day. It's so enjoyable watching him and Elaine and George and Kramer interact in their show about nothing, but his observational humor is really enjoyable, and he's a clean actor. He doesn't swear too much. He's just has a really good presentation. So I'm really happy to find Jerry Seinfeld, comedian, for $2.99. Jerry Seinfeld, I'm telling you for the last time, live on Broadway, is his last stand-up comedian act. Kind of. He kind of retired after this, but then he sort of came back in the next one there that I showed you. But this is some of his older stand-up bits that he actually previewed in every Jerry Seinfeld episode. So he touches on all kinds of things that he talks about before or at the end of different episodes of Seinfeld. And it's really funny to sort of just reminisce with him and remember all of these awesome observational things that he mentions. So this is a really good. Live on Broadway is a great Jerry Seinfeld DVD. $2.99. Another compilation, 4 complete movies, and these are A movies. Jim Carrey. We've got The Yes Man, we've got Mask, Dumb and Dumber, as well as The Majestic, a more dramatic romantic movie there. I'm a huge fan of Jim Carrey. I love his over-the-top humor. He's a bit of an over-actor, which is great. He's very expressive. He's got great facial features. He's got really good physical comedy. I just love it. I've only seen The Mask and Dumb and Dumber. I have never seen the Yes Man or The Majestic, and I know he can act. So I mean, I'm really excited to have 2 more Jim Carrey movies that I haven't seen yet, and getting 4 film favorites for only $2.99. Again, that works out to be less than $1 a movie. So a really good find. I'm going to show these at the same time. Superman 2, Superman 3. Christopher Reeve, one of the best classic Supermans of my age. I know that in the 50s and 60s there was a different Superman, and then there was the animated shows, which are classic. I still have a bunch of hauls from the past showing, finding all these Superman movies at Valley Village. But Superman 2 is one of my favorite. No, this is not Superman 2. This is Superman 3 and 4. I'm sorry. Superman 3. This is this is kind of an offbeat movie because it's Richard Pryor as the second antagonist along with Christopher Reeve, and these are the 3 bad guys that enlist Richard Pryor's character to build a supercomputer, and it's basically a Superman killer. So if they get Superman out of the way, they can rule the world. It's very, very over the top for Superman. Superman 1 and 2 was more true to the DC hero, and Superman 3 was just basically a franchise that just kept on going. But I still enjoy it, and I'm really happy to find this deluxe edition because this, Superman 4 Quest for Peace, probably touted as one of the worst Superman movies out of this series. It's obvious that these are part of a collection. So if I can find 2 in 1 from this series, I will have these complete. So $2.99 each. Again, Christopher Reeve, one of the best Supermans in my opinion. The last one I'm going to show you is a Films to Go set. 6 great movies. Again, $2.99. They charged me for this. And basically, it's kind of an interesting carded way of just like holding the movies. So 2 movies per sleeve, and they're clearly marked. Thunderbirds, Two Brothers, which is a really fun movie to watch. Which one's this again? Oh yeah, Little Rascals, and Peter Pan. Really awesome take on the Peter Pan movie. I've also got Cat in the Hat, a little bit over the top there, and Casper, which I've never seen. So very family oriented. This is not, it's very light. It's not anything to be taken too seriously, but fun to watch with the family. And again, 6 movies for $2.99. That's like 50 cents a movie. That's amazing. So a really awesome movie haul, I think, for $2.99 each. There's 10 movies here, so I paid about $30. So that's a bit much in one big haul, but considering what I walked away with, it's a really good value. Amazon prices for a lot of these will probably run between $5 to $10 easily before shipping. Some of these compilations can go for $10 or $20, even though they may be B movies. Wild Boys season DVDs, they can go easily $15, $20 before shipping. So $2.99 per, $30 in total. I think I walked away ahead. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one of these do you think would have been your favorite if you had found these in the Thrifty Wild like I did. I hope you enjoyed this haul today, and I thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Again, it is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now. I'm going to wish you happy hunting and happy collecting, and hope that all of your finds in the Thrifty Wild are equally awesome. If you haven't already, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and stay in touch with me so you know what is new and happening here on this channel. And if you could also hit that little bell icon so you're instantly notified when something new is uploaded. Again, all of your likes, your subs, your comments, your love and support for Richard's Corner is so appreciated, and it helps me drive forward on this little YouTube journey that I get the pleasure of sharing with you guys, my awesome viewers. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, it is Richard from Richard's Corner signing off for now. We're going to see you next time. See you again, and stay tuned for more here on Richard's Corner. I got some movies to watch.